Today's the fucking day. Beef tenderloin! Wait, beef Wellington.
Beef Wellington has to be the ultimate indulgence.
I like making hard things. I mean, first episode was Quiche Lorraine. I'm just making a Quiche Lorraine. What are you doing?
You're making a Quiche Lorraine?
That was a lot easier than I expected. So I'm hoping that we continue on a similar train here and that this is also a lot easier than I expected, but I don't think it's gonna be. This is a Gordon Ramsay recipe, and not only that, but on MasterChef, it's a very hard challenge.
I'm embarrassed. My Gordon Ramsay Beef Wellington is a complete disaster. There's tons of holes.
I've been wanting to make this for a long time. You know, I'll talk more about why I like the Beef Wellington so much as we go on throughout the process, but I just, you know, beggars can't be choosers, but I'm pretty sure my mom got me the wrong kind of beef tenderloin. Now look, Joe Biden's got beef prices up through the fucking roof.
Give me a break! That's a bunch of malarkey!
A beef tenderloin that you would need for a Gordon Ramsay recipe right now would be like 60 bucks. So trust me when I say this is the poor man's bastardized beef Wellington.
Grandpa's cheap. Poor bastard like me can afford it.
My mom brought me this when she was here. This is a steakhouse beef petite tender wrapped in bacon. Gordon would absolutely be shitting himself right now, especially because I'm thawing this frozen beef tenderloin in hot water. Don't worry, folks. I know it's unhealthy.
We don't recommend this method for larger roasts and whole birds because they'd have to stay in the water for too long.
But I want to make this, and I'm hungry, and I'm not going to wait for it to thaw. And if when I'm shitting it out later, I'm not going to remember that it was this that caused it, so I'm gonna keep doing this, so stop.
As the fillet rests, prepare the filling, which is called a duxelle.
I'm gonna go ahead and move on to finally chopping the mushrooms, because guys, I fucking hate doing all the prep that you gotta do. It takes up so much time. I'm ready for pill form food. Now, Gordon calls for specifically 500-gram mixture of wild mushrooms cleaned. Do you forage for them? What makes them wild? Well, I don't have a Whole Foods. I mean, maybe there's one in here near Savannah, but I'm not going to it. It's pretentious. The only thing I could do, Gordon, was get pre-cleaned sliced white mushrooms and sliced shiitake mushrooms. Now, that's two different types of mushrooms. I hope they're different enough to be a mixture of wild mushrooms. I mean, shit. Status update. Chopping up these motherfuckers is wow, it's a hell of a job, Gordon. And you know, in Gordon's videos that I've watched, he uses a food processor.
And blitz.
Is that what this is? I've never used this. Surely I don't just screw the... No. Yes? What would you do if this was a smoothie? Well, I guess you'd take this off. Okay, the thing comes off. Well, it didn't work. Shake those motherfuckers. I mean, Gordon, I don't know if this is any faster.
That smells amazing. Smells like Christmas.
So I've officially got my white mushrooms done, and I'm about to move on to the shiitakes, but look at what this looks like, because it's honestly disgusting. Well, I mean, it's a mushroom paste. It's exactly what it looks like, and it is exactly as appetizing as it sounds. Did Billy Mays or Anthony Sullivan ever promote this, the ninja, or was that just somebody?
So for the men, we're going to start off with some pineapple for manganese.
God, I loved that Pitchman show.
Billy Mays.
Hi, Billy Mays here.
And Anthony Sullivan.
Anthony Sullivan here.
Our pitchmen.
Rest in peace, Billy Mays. My Lanta, I wish they'd made more of that. And even Anthony Sullivan didn't keep it up, because he knew Billy Mays was the fucking star. The man had pizzazz.
It's the portable powerhouse that fits in the palm of your hand. Need more bits? Just change speed loaders and you get 6 different ones.
So, I just need to cook this over, just over heat.
Such an essential stage, really critical to the success of the Wellington, that you dry those mushrooms out and get rid of all that water.
Oh my god, the overwhelming smell of mushroom. While my duxelle is starting to release her liquids, I am going to now take care of fully thawed steakhouse beef tenderloin. As you can see, it is wrapped in bacon, but obviously, I mean, that bacon does come off pretty easily. But the thing that I'm most a little upset upset by, but kind of grossed out more so because of what I think I have to do. This is already completely seasoned, and folks, I think I have to rinse this in water.
You're boiling a burger.
I'm just heating it back up.
I eat them often.
I don't want to do this, but I see no other recourse. And Gordon, please look away. I'm humiliated to be having to do this. Do people wash beef, or like have I completely disgusted you? Well, you're not gonna like what I just did.
Oh my! Ugh. It's old. Look at it. The cheese is old, dude.
Boy, we are cooking now. This is starting to get a little overwhelming, but not too bad, not too bad. She's definitely starting to get brown, and as she does, I can really smell some of that seasoning that she's got. Gordon, Mylanta, this is gonna be an embarrassment to your recipe. I think this is technically beef shoulder.
What are they trying to sell us now? Beef petite, I have no idea what that is. Apparently it's shoulder petite beef tender, shoulder petite tender, lean juicy tender.
Here comes our duck cell. Does it look like a pile of shit? Yes. Is it a no-bake cookie? Kinda. But it's actually a mushroom duck cell. What do you think, Gordon? Please don't tell me.
Then start assembling the Wellington.
Folks, I tell you, every time I think I've found a time to take a little rest, I keep reading the directions and I learn that that is in fact not the case. That's large. Ah. Oh, they don't call it cling wrap for nothing. Come on now. Shit on my bricks.
And look, beautiful.
You might not know that Parma ham is actually prosciutto, but Parma ham is actually prosciutto. So, 2012, I'm starting the story. 2012, we volunteered for the Obama campaign, folks. Obama. Bum, bum, ba-dum. That's Here Comes the Bride. I was thinking of Hail to the Chief. How's that go? And all the various people will turn in their data sheets afterwards with all of the various questions that they asked and what the answers were and how the call went and yada yada yada. And a lot of the times it would fall to RJ and I, because we were there almost every day, to enter in this data, this very, very important, crucial data to the Obama campaign, very key to how the young man won the election. And they always wanted it to be attributed to a volunteer who made the call. Well, this is partly where the problem comes in.
Use the back of the spoon to spread them nice and thinly.
Now, I'm thinking that's gonna be plenty. I know Gordon would not be acceptable of this.
Every time there's meat, out he comes.
That camera's card's full and it's gonna take 2 minutes to import the data. The next step is pretty important, so I thought you'd wanna see. I'm gonna take one of my beef fillets here, lay it right in the center of that. So that is going to be an issue. And just take it and then just roll it right on over, I guess. Oh, she exploded a little bit. I think it's gonna be okay. Maybe. I'm craving a break, folks. To the Obama campaign. One of the greatest experiences of my life. Hey Jordan, does Uncle Sam have a beard? Yeah. My best friend RJ and I were entering data one night, and we couldn't, for the life of us, understand who the hell had made these calls. It looked like their name was Beef Wellington. We simply just created a user profile for a volunteer named Beef Wellington in a multi-million-dollar election campaign.
Hello, Ohio! How's it going, Wildcats?
So Gordon, how's that? These horrible logs of Beef Wellington innards gotta chill for 30 minutes. So see ya in 30. I need a break.
Just under 30 minutes remaining.
These have been chilling for 30 minutes, and folks, like I said, these didn't turn out right. It's kind of holding together a little bit better than you might expect, but as you can see, all the mushroom duck cell has come out. It is not covered at any sort of way by the prosciutto.
Puff pastry. Beef.
And I'm just gonna plop it down right in the middle there, like Gordon says. And then, folks, well, you wrap it up. Well, okay, I guess I'm gonna Okay, Gordon. Yep. That's what it's gonna be. Pull it nice and tight. My excess is on the sides, Gordon. Is that what you mean?
Then trim off any excess pastry and twist the ends together.
We tried an alternate technique on number 2, but folks, it didn't turn out much better, as you can clearly see. I actually had to cut strips off of after I cut off too much and kind of Frankenstein it back together. So folks, this is going to show for 30 minutes, and then we're going to bake these motherfuckers, and then it'll be time to eat them. Maybe at some fucking point. Jesus Lord.
Dad, stop! Please!
God only knows if these are gonna turn out, but you know, the next step says to unwrap these bad boys, and I'm gonna score them. You know who got a high score in calling people was Beef Wellington. Yeah, that's right. The fake volunteer we made for the Obama campaign became somebody that we would just accredit any sort of data to. It was kind of fun. Well, eventually, a Zooey winner, Lisa McKinney Stanley,
just so you all know, go to the doctor.
Had the misfortune of calling somebody that Beef Wellington had called and said that, yeah, they wanted him to be a volunteer. Well, Beef Wellington doesn't exist. Lisa goes, oh, well, you said that you were interested in volunteering when Beef Wellington called you. Literally, she thought we were hacked by the Russians or by the Republicans. She was terrified until she heard RJ and I laughing hysterically in the corner. And ever since then, always wanted to try Beef Wellington.
And then finally, you don't have to do this, but it's a chefy thing, a little bit of decoration.
So the time's finally come to put in my Beef Wellingtons in the oven. We're gonna put it in at the 392-degree Fahrenheit oven, and we're gonna cook it for about 20 minutes, so we'll see you then. In the blink of an eye, it's 30 minutes later again, and this day is slipping away. Time keeps on slipping into the future. Now, I'm hoping they're done. Son of a bitch.
Okay, chill!
Parts of it are certainly done, but I think I certainly need to turn it around in the oven. I'd say maybe just 5 more minutes, because at that point, I'm too hungry to really go on any longer. And the mac and cheese is done, Gordon!
Once out of the oven, it's crucial you let the Wellington rest for at least 10 minutes.
Folks, I forgot to put my apron on, but I'm so excited and ready for this. Not even excited anymore. I just want to be done. I want to be done. I want to eat it. I want to be tasting it. I want to eat. I'm hungry. I don't think I've eaten today. I don't remember. I don't think so. It doesn't even matter if it's done. These bad boys, they're coming out. And they look good. They're definitely more done now, especially this one over here. I think this is definitely an acceptable place to stop them. Of course, you never know, like on MasterChef, you never know until you slice into the bad boys.
When I cut in the middle of your Beef Wellington, what am I gonna get?
Medium rare, a little closer to rare.
That's part of the nightmare of it. That's part of the nightmare of this whole process. But now I gotta wait 10 more minutes. Yep, you better have motherfucking heard that clearly. Yep, you gotta wait 10 more minutes. They gotta rest. Now, I don't know, is it gonna keep cooking while it rests? Maybe.
This allows the meat to relax and reabsorb its delicious juices.
Gordon told me to wait 10 minutes, so Gordon, 10 fucking more minutes.
Perfect.
That, young men, is perfect.
Oh, you think? Oh, mother of God.
Just cut into it, see what's done.
Folks, you're watching minutes before a suicide.
Stop! All of you come here. What's wrong with that Wellington?
Right.
So you can see it with your eyes.
This one definitely is more done, so this will be our Beef Wellington. Now let's see if it's absolutely raw or if it's just rare. Oh, cool, it's cooked. Do you want to get like at least an inch slice, he says, Gordon says. Okay, folks.
Look at it. I'm ready to die and go to heaven.
Welcome to the show, Taylor Nelson. That's our residential taster. Mine instantly fell apart as soon as it got on the plate, but nothing not to like.
Good.
It tastes pretty good. I mean, what can you say?
It tastes very good.
The prosciutto adds a nice little flavor to it. You don't really taste the mushrooms. If this was prepared by Gordon Ramsay, I would be crying right now. I mean, I said this would be a bastardized version of Beef Wellington, and it certainly is, but you know, it's honestly very good.
Is the dough raw?
In some places.
By definition, yes.
It's also cooked in some places. Folks, I definitely recommend eating or trying the beef Wellington. This is a hard thing to cook, and it's been, I started this like at noon. It's almost 6. I'm dead inside. Don't try to make Gordon Ramsay's beef Wellington unless you're a lot better of a chef.
Even if you are a famous chef, don't try it. Confirmed, no butterfly wings.